Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back again with another movie review. My sweetie, TTR, he sent me Florence Foster Jenkins, and I had seen the trailers for this on TV, and of course it has Simy Helberg, and I adore Simon Helberg. I've been trying to get his autograph for ages, and yeah, I'm still waiting very patiently, but he played a character, a pianist named Cosmo McMoon, and Florence Foster Jenkins was played just lavishly and to the utmost hilt by Merrill Streep. She was astounding. She truly was. She really is a consummate actress, and I adore her for choosing roles like this and people that we've never heard of before. But it takes place in 1944, which makes it all the more interesting to me, being a World War II buff. But this was a name I was unfamiliar with, and apparently she was very close friends with the composer Toscanini. I thought, oh, you were so fortunate. I mean, it's like, I don't know, any composer, that would be, I mean, if I could go back, it would be hard for me to just choose one, because I have so many classical composers I would just love to sit in the presence of and absorb their greatness just by being in their very presence, and it would be the ultimate sacred experience for me. But just that kind of camaraderie that they had, it was so beautiful. And you see, Hugh Grant was just terrific, he usually is. He's also a top-notch actor, and he played Sinclair, her husband, and they have a very unique arrangement in their relationship. I'm not going to say what that is, but Cosmo, he actually gets hired on. He was a lounge pianist, and then he gets hired on by playing the Swan, and strangely enough, that was one of Florence's favorite songs. But God love her. I mean, you gotta give her props. She really had a lot of chutzpah, because she goes and she sings. She's learning. She was so taken by classical music, especially opera, and she starts singing opera. Terribly. I'm sorry. No offense to her, but she does it with such heart. I mean, so long as you do it with heart and distinction and just passion and zest and fervor, it really shouldn't matter. I've been around people that, being a person who has perfect pitch, God forgive me, I can't help it. It's a blessing and a curse, but when I hear people get so far off key, I'm like, no, you're flat. Oh, no. I start doing my little seizure. And I don't mean to. I mean, I cannot hide. And I try. God love me. But it's just so difficult. But as far as films are concerned, I thought this was so very enjoyable and just light and frothy and just so very uplifting. I even cried. I wasn't expecting to cry, but I'm not going to say what condition Florence suffered from, but you learn that later on in the film, and it takes you by surprise, and just the devotion, the endearment that Sinclair had for his wife, and later on she even understands him to the point of his physical needs and whatnot, and it's just such a transcendent relationship. It's just really quite charming. Just a beautiful film. It's very, very uplifting, and I actually learned quite a bit, and stick to the end of the credits, because the credits are very enjoyable as well. And I found myself laughing so hard my sides were hurting. And I hadn't seen Simon in a film before, but he really did Well, actually, yeah, let me rephrase that. I haven't seen Simon in a film for a while. The last movie that I saw him in was Dr. Horrible's Sing Along Blog. And I was, well, it's one of my favorite films of all time, by the way, because I love musicals, as you probably well know. I'm a huge Broadway fan, and yeah, Mom, she had just the most exquisite taste, and I, love my mom for getting me involved in. Broadway. It's so fantastic. It's just marvelous, really, and it's so magical. And I can't. I'm never gonna get over Broadway ever. I'm never gonna get over Broadway, and so long as I live, it's gonna be my bread and butter. The golden age of cinema, and this was so reminiscent of that, and just the whole idea of the music, and I actually wrote down a couple quotes that I thought were pretty impressive. When she says, when Florence says, "Music has been and is my life. Music matters." I thought, lady, you took the words straight out of my maw. And also, this was one I thought was very funny and clever. When he's making his way to her, he says, "Be there in a demi-semiquaver." I just thought that was so cute, because I didn't know what a demi-semiquaver was until recently. I think it's something that you don't really come across in music annotation that often. But it was just, I absolutely adored it. I thought, oh, that's so refreshing and different, and I enjoy that kind of humor, and just, it was such an outstanding film, and it just, it gives a lot of people, I think it should give a lot of people hope, just to follow your dreams and don't listen to what other people say, especially people who just are haters. I mean, there was a guy in the audience when the benefit rolled around, when the sailors actually came home, the soldiers and the sailors, for Florence to entertain. He didn't see it the same way that Sinclair and the others did, and there was a lady that had come earlier with her plus one, and she had acted not very classy. I mean, she was kind of country type anyway, so she didn't have the refinement of the other people in this kind of soiree, and it shows class mentality and interaction, and I thought that was a very interesting reflection too of just the type of people, and Cole Porter was there, and it just had so many famous people. Cole Porter is, I'm biased here, but Cole Porter is one of my favorite people of all time, due to the fact that he was originally from Indiana, and I will never, ever get over Cole Porter, because Cole Porter was a genius, still is, and same thing with Hoagie Carmichael. I'm going to tell a little story. My grandparents were actually entertained by Mr. Carmichael, and they also had the pleasure of, my grandmother had the pleasure of having Red Skelton caddy for her before he was famous, and also my uncle told my dad that he had seen Curly exiting an elevator one time. I thought, Curly? The Curly from Three I did one of those stuttering things. I thought, seriously? Do you know? And then I went off on this spiel. And, I thought, how could you be that fortunate and just come across these people that are famous? And, I've had brushes with fame too, but only online. But still, all these light touches, I just think of them whenever I have a bad day, and I always think, senpai noticed me. And no, I know that's kind of a cliche thing, but it's I feel so lucky. Lucky's not the right word. Blessed. I feel extremely blessed by being acknowledged by these people, and I owe you a huge debt of gratitude. You've gotten me through, as you probably well know, this last month was really difficult for me, and I got kind of a hate flame about, it was on one of Kenny Sebastian's posts, and I posted a couple songs, and well, till him I muddled through because, you know, I knew Dad wasn't going to make it, and same thing with Papa Can You Hear Me. It was very difficult, but my heart knew, and it was just a very challenging time. It was a very arduous, winding road. And then I see that, and I think, how could you? I mean, you posted those songs afterward. I'm like, no, I did not. I did not post those songs afterward. I posted the songs before he died. But, and then after that, when I had my meltdown, a lot of people saw that. When I got my mom's bear and whatnot, and yeah, I really don't want to go through a crying spell again. It's just, I'm much happier now. I still miss Mom and Dad, granted, but I know they're around me. And I was painting today in what's going to become my room. I kept Dad's face there just to remind me he's there. He's still with me. He's in here. He's in here. And I know he's close. And I see him in my dreams quite a bit. And I see Mom too. If I meditate and hold her cross, then I can see her. But I'm not going to let that bother me too much. It was just a paltry thing. Trivial at best. But Florence Foster Jenkins, it's really an amazing film. Two thumbs way up, 5 stars, hands down. It is just so good. And if you're a musician, if you love music, if you live for music and you believe music is life, then this movie is for you. If you're a World War II buff, even if you don't like music, this will give you so much hope and just a resolve to do something with your life. And it's really quite something. I just thought it was splendiferous, and that's all I have to say. So until next time, ciao tutti, live long, prosper.